What was your favorite part about working in the Howard Stern show as a writer?
I think working with Howard Stern was really fun because I admire him so much. And I think he's like the best of the best. Like, you can't get better than that. And I've been blessed enough to work with a lot of people that are the best in their field. And just working with him was so incredible because, so I was writing jokes that he was saying. And that's the best feeling, to look up to someone and they're actually using like what came out of your mind, your inspiration, which I think comes from God. And it's just all like such a blessing. So I remember when I would listen to him saying my jokes, like, it was just the best feeling in the world. I can't imagine a better feeling than that. And I've had that feeling in other creative endeavors that I've had, but that was pretty good, hard to beat.
I was just wondering, could you share, if you remember, one joke that Howard Stern said on there that you wrote?
Yes, my favorite joke was when Mindy Kaling was on, and she was talking about this like hot chick that she worked with. And for her book, and I said, do you always make the hot chick type? And it was funny, and the way it was framed, and it was my favorite. But I always made jokes like throughout the show. One day I'll compile all my papers, and actually you're the guy for this. I'll send you my papers of all the jokes I wrote, and you could go through them and you could pick out your favorite.
This is a stupid question. If you're writing with somebody, who decides who sits there and types everything, and who decides?
That's a great question, because in some writing partnerships, one person's like the guy at the keyboard, and the other person's the one that like paces around and gets to be the creative one.
Yeah.
But also in writers' rooms, and Ike Barinholtz is a partner of writing teams. David Sasson is his writing partner.
Right.
And they're one of the rare exceptions that I've met, like two partnerships where both people are equally funny. Because usually you have the situation where like one person is kind of like is leading the other one, but that one person won't like do any work unless the other person's like with them, kind of. It's like their manager, kind of. So I always feel like when writing partners when they ask that question, who types, the person who says the other person types, it's like they're like the loser, because they're there's like the stage manager, where the other one's like, I have to be creative and pace around.
Well, it used to drive me crazy when we had a TV show, and Fred and Jackie the three of us would write it together. We would write it fairly quickly, but I would be like, why can't one of you, beside me, pick up the pen and actually write? And they go, well, because you're the one who decides what we're going to use. I go, yeah, but I don't like being the guy with the pen who has to write. I want to walk around. I want to be the guy who walks around.
You want to be the creative artist. You just wander around.
Yeah, I don't want to sit and write. I hate the physical. Like, I'm sitting here scribbling. I go, wait, that's brilliant. Hold that thought. Right. I'm writing it down.
Yeah, because when you're writing, you're focusing on typing. You can't be as like.
That's right.
Yeah.
I want to throw things occasionally.
Yeah, you want to be the.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Be sitting on a couch backwards or something.
Being the asshole.
Yeah, I want to be an asshole. I'm like, what is this? All right. I didn't know. Those guys had me convinced. They said, well, the least attractive person in the room has to type, so I always get stuck typing. I just think this is crazy.